Welcome back to Western Aett. Thank you for being part of the family. Aett means a family or clan in the Germanic tribes for the Germanic runes of 24. And the Danish side of my heritage, Scandinavian, think Vikings, would be Aett. So Aett is a family or clan in the Danish rune set. So the younger set has 16 runes, and we have 24 in the Germanic. The youngest is the older set, think Viking era, where the Germanic tribes came later, so there's 24 runes. So they added 8 additional symbols or pieces into the runes. Most of them read the same. So let's go ahead and get started. I feel really called to continue doing the purge because we have a new cycle year. The year is numerology wise number 1. We have the fire horse in the Chinese zodiac, which is all about independence, freedom, a lot of really fast moving action. And so we're exiting the year of the snake starting February 16, 17, depends on where you live. And so we just really want to purge some stuff that's not working for us right now. I mean, if you don't, it's not the end of the world, but if you can rocket that out of your life and get some things squared away, your 2026 is going to be golden. So let's start off on a good track, okay? So let's go ahead and looking into the future, what's coming up, so that you can prepare yourself. Maybe you can see yourself in some areas where you need to trim it up and get rid of stagnation or things that are not working. And if it can't happen within, a week time, because some stuff is, a year progress out, but at least you've identified it, right? And you're working a plan to make forward motion with your guides and your spirit team. Okay, so what's the future piece that we're going to talk about, elders? Okay, this is awesome. This is Laguz. This is what? Well, evidently I can't hang on to this little slippery guy. This is the water rune. It's probably why I can't hang on to water very easily. Okay, so this is going with the flow and using your psychic abilities. They want you to really work on future-wise. You're going to have balance and introspection, okay? There's good medicine, spirituality coming in, okay? Maybe you had some tribulations in the past. Maybe what you need to set down is a disagreement. You got to get out of that so that you can go with the flow. Sometimes you just have to drop it because people don't apologize. They don't think there's anything wrong. We all come at life a little differently. And most of the time, the people that irk you the most are not going to apologize. And you don't forgive them. You forgive yourself in that instance so that you can keep moving forward. Because the more you drag and recycle that crap, the more it becomes a boat anchor. And a boat anchor can't sail. Okay? My Viking Danish heritage, they love their boats and they like to flow and they like to conquer new lands and trade and do all the things. You can bet they didn't have a boat anchor, okay? So we are focusing on flow. What does that look like for you, okay? So what's affecting that? Ancestors, what's affecting the flow? Whoops. I think that was almost 2. I grabbed 1 at the end, but let's recycle that again. What's affecting the flow, ancestors? Kinas. This one keeps coming up a lot. There's some education. There's some lessons learned. Okay. This is all about finding solutions and forgiveness, using your skills, overcoming a misunderstanding. Okay. Getting justice. So we definitely have some boat anchors that we're hanging on to. Go forward. Don't wait for somebody else. You just live your best life and let the spirit guides, the team, handle that. I can tell you from lots of past experiences that my spirit team took care of things in a very significant way sometimes. they took care of it. I didn't have to lift a finger. I'm like, I can't let this go. Please help me drop it. Pray to them. Help me drop it. I keep cycling this. I don't know why I can't let this go. You need to help me let this go. I cannot do this by myself. I need flow. I cannot get there. I can't get the solution by myself. I need you. That's part of the educational team, right? Using your spirit team. They're wiser than you. They can see things way more than you can in this 3D world of ours. So let them handle it and ask them. Use your education. You're here for spiritual guidance. Use that team. That's smart, okay? Getting on my soapbox already. Whoo! Okay, what's the advice from the elders, please? Now that I had mine on the situation. This is Perth Row, okay? This is diplomacy. This is fate, destiny, fertility, getting control of the situation, using your intuition. You know what's going down. You know what's right. Drop the anchor, okay? I'll let the team work it out. What's in the works? What do you need to know, please, regarding this flow? Oh, that's 2. Elders looking for 1, please. Okay, we have Iwas. This is the horse rune. This is all about getting boundaries so that you can be free, so you can flow. Okay, this is looking at friendship, loyalties, trust. All my earthly interactions with people have let me down, but my spirit team, never. It might take a little while for them to answer because they're working out the details, which have always worked out fabulously after the fact. In hindsight is 2020, right? So if you can flow, let them work it out, get into some forgiveness, get into some boundaries, protect yourself, think with your heart, but in a good spiritual manner. You don't want to be run over. You want to be in partnership with others. If they can't do it, it's time to boost. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what's the end result, please? Oh, I love it. This is Wanju. This is satisfaction. This is reaching your outcome. You have joy, happiness, success, because you were able to flow. You asked your spirit team for the help and the guidance. You listened to the intuition, so their guidance to you. You established some boundaries so that you could protect your freedom and develop healthier friendships, people that you can trust, so that you can reach the goal of joy and pure bliss. That's awesome. So that's in your future, okay? So what do you need to drop in this next week, if you can at all possibly, just kick 2026 off as the golden child, so that you can have that and you don't have to keep working on it, killing fantastic months of development and growth and prosperity because you're still dragging the anchor. Okay, so let's look at this message from the younger Danish set. Okay, so we have the physical plane. That's the practical and earthly matters. That's that family or Aett group. And then we have the emotional and mental. And then we have the spiritual plane. Okay, so we're just going to put these up in their families just for a quick little look. They're not going to be totally, accurate, but I am going to do my best to try to put them into the correct positions here. Okay, so we have 2 in the physical Aett, we have 1 in the emotional mental Aett, and then we have 2 in the spiritual Aett. So Now we're going to purge out the 8 runes that do not belong. So out of the 8 that were added to the Germanic tribe, what do my Danish heritage, what do the Vikings, the younger rune set, what do they not work with? They don't have Laguz, okay? They don't have Perthro, the intuition. And they do not have Iwaz, the horse. Okay. So they only have 2 runes. They have physical, and then they have the spiritual Aett. So the message is use your knowledge and your skills. Find solutions. Get forgiveness for yourself. Okay, that was an experiment that didn't work. Okay, I learned something. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? We need to drop the anchor, ask our spirit team to help us if we need to, get that torch lit, learn the lessons so that we can go with flow. This is the water. Vikings depended upon water to trade and have their resources and prosper. So this is all about getting balance, getting introspection about the situation. Maybe go quiet. Ask your guides. Try to get you into that balance piece, that flow, using your intuition, your psychic abilities going forward, that hunch that you ignored, that whatever that you didn't listen to, now you learned from that experiment, that life experiment. Nothing's bad, it just helps us grow, right? And sometimes we have to get past that thinking because of what we've been told by society, right? And get into the flow. So, thank you very much. We'll talk to you again later. Bye for now.